we really knew that we wanted her to be in some sort of curriculum, so it wasn't daycare. And when I typed into Google, private kindergarten, Musical Arts Schoolhouse popped up, and we were coming in from out of town, so I really didn't have a way to get here in person to check it out, but I called, inquired about information, and just seemed like the perfect fit for Skylar and our 3-year-old Mackenzie as well.
They allowed us to do a visit with allowing Cora to actually go to class and experience the school for about 4 hours to actually get a full day of understanding how it would go. And she loved it.
Well, we chose MAS because we had tried the typical Montessori and STEM programs and they weren't working for my shy child. And so we were craving an environment that gave us more culture, more nurturing, and more diversity. And I don't even know if MAS does this intentionally, but by diversity, of course, the obvious, meaning a diversity in teachers, because I wanted my child to be able to see someone in leadership and authority in every hue. And so that goes a long way for us.
We chose MAS because of the well-roundedness of the school and of the program. We felt that art, language, dance, music, theater, all those things were very, very core in what we wanted to have as a foundation for our girls. And it's what we were already doing at home.
Mostly it's because I don't feel like we get enough arts in the school. I mean, my oldest is in public school and she goes to art 1 day a week and music 1 day a week. Everything else is PE, which is great, but I feel like they need art in their life. And
we were looking for a school that could offer her some exposure to the arts, the music, the theater, the dance, as well as the academics and some Spanish. And we felt the school was awesome. She loved the experience, and we ended up choosing MAS, and we've loved it ever since.
I want your kids to have personality, and I think it exposes them to things that they don't typically get. Sometimes this is the only environment they will ever see a play or hear a famous piece of music or see a famous work of art, and we love that.
The area has a lot of schools to choose from, as everybody knows. A lot of them tend to be overpopulated. And when I first came here, I loved that the class sizes were small, and I felt like each student was getting the individualized attention that they deserve at 3, 4, and 5 years old.
That was one of the areas where we struggled, where previous teachers weren't able to accommodate my child's learning style because of the classroom size.
So personally, I only had one hesitation in choosing Musical Arts Schoolhouse, and that was just the price. To be honest, the tuition was a little intimidating for us initially, but as soon as I met with the staff here and the girls started, we're about 2 months in now, we knew it was worth every single penny. It was worth its weight in gold. The girls are thriving here, and it honestly doesn't even faze us anymore.
Our hesitations were basically the cost. We had been exploring other options. We had looked into private schools, other programs. We had looked into the Spanish schoolhouse. But at the end of the day, we felt that the value that MAS was going to bring in its well-roundedness was going to be priceless to our kids. So we decided to go here.
I wasn't hesitant. My husband was, however. He was concerned that he was going to just go do arts and dance all day, and I was like, no, he's going to learn, and this is how he receives and how he's able to digest learning. So myself, no concerns.
Being a stay-at-home mom and working from home, do we really need to put her into things? Do we want to keep her home? But we knew that she needed to have that experience with other kiddos and all of the other experience that she would gain. And we just watched her flourish.
Well, some of my hesitations for choosing Musical Arts Schoolhouse was, what is my child going to think of this type of structured environment? They're not used to this. This is something new to them. And that fear was quickly overcome after the first few weeks when my child would get ready in the morning and say, I'm excited. I can't wait to see all my teachers. I can't wait to see what I learned in Spanish today. And just seeing that delight from my child's eyes was a relief to me that, yes, I chose the right school.
Our biggest hesitation was that there wouldn't be enough academics. But what the school is amazing at accomplishing is incorporating academics into every piece of their day. And the things that they learn is just ridiculous. My 3.5-year-old was telling me this morning that Mars was the red planet, and it was like right behind the blue planet. I'm like, where did you learn that? She's like, my teacher. And it's crazy. And the thing about it wasn't even the academics teacher that told her that. It was dance. So the fact that she's learning this crazy amount of information in all these different areas is just outstanding to us.
Yeah, I mean, they've only been here 2 months, and Skylar coming home and writing her name. She's never written letters before, so that's amazing. And counting in Spanish, speaking Spanish, colors, everything, all the months, it kind of blew me away. I was not expecting to be that quick.
No.
And I also love the fact that they're having a math and science here, because I'm a math and science nerd too, so.
He is. So when we first came, we moved here and toured the school. He was blown away by how heavy in math and science they are. And I just love that every single day they're getting all this goodness put into their brains, coming home and practicing with us, and sight words, and like he said, Spanish, and everything. It's just, that was a big surprise for us.
We were surprised by the teachers, the core teachers' dedication. The core teachers' dedication was exceptional. Their time that they put into the program, the shows were definitely a surprise because they learned so much about the shows and they put in so much time and dedication with our kids for the shows, and it's just a presentation that we get as parents, and so that was a really, really big surprise and treat about Mars.
Say the first impression, I interviewed a lot of private preschools, and when I visited the school for the first time, I came without my son, and I was greeted by the director, and the first thing she asked me was, "How is Tyson doing today?" No one has ever asked me that on any interview that I've ever done. So that made me feel good, that made me feel confident immediately.
Care and the level of love just from every single person in the schoolhouse. It's amazing. And Cora walks home and she comes home and tells us all the friends that she has and how much fun she had, and just all the love and care that each and every person here gives.
So what I was surprised by was how their interpersonalities shined. I had one student here for 2 years, and now I have my other son here. He's in the preschool program, and you can really see how the child acts when they get on stage. They get rid of their fear of being in a crowded room, their stage fright, and I think that helps them build a background for later in life. Like, they succeed much more. I noticed that with my older child now, who's in 2nd grade, how much the school has brought him to success in elementary school.
What y'all can accomplish in such, their day is very, very busy, and it keeps them very active and engaged. And the things that you can accomplish with all the shows and all the performances, and your little one gets on that stage, and the things that they can sing and they know, and the lines they learn, it's crazy, the things that can be accomplished. The art pieces, I got nothing. Like, it's amazing to me, because I couldn't do that.
I would say to another parent that your child will be loved on. Because of the small classroom sizes, the teachers actually really get to know your child. They know their personalities, and again, they can pivot learning styles in order to make your child comfortable and build that trust, in addition to pushing them and challenging them outside of that comfort zone. So as a parent, knowing that your child will spend majority of their waking hours here at school, that goes a long way.
Choosing the Musical Arts Schoolhouse is going to give your child exposure to all the areas, as far as, like I said, dance, theater, art, music, and it really lets them experience it and figure out what they love. And as well as they'll take that home and they flourish in those areas. Like Cora comes home every day and she wants to draw. She works on writing her letters. She just loves it, and she talks about it, and then all the friends that she has at school as well. So I would say that coming to MAS was a great place.
If you want your kiddo to be excited to go to school, then this is the place to be, because Cora is always excited to come. Every morning she wakes up happy, she comes home happy, and a little bit tired, which is nice. So it's just all over, just if you want to see your child just grow in amazing ways.
Musical Arts Schoolhouse is basically the structure here. They teach outside the box. And this outside of the box way of teaching helps these younger minds thrive. It kind of brings them to to a moment where they're like, oh, I really love art. Oh, I really love performing. Maybe I should do some drama when I get to elementary school, or things like that. These kind of things, these kind of structures are not presented in elementary school. And preschool is the viable time for our kids to really understand who they are and who they may become later in life. Musical Arts Schoolhouse has really, truly brought it out of my children. My younger one is language developed completely. Like, he can count to 20 in Spanish at 4 years old, and that's a revelation to me and other parents. And I'd show that to the other parents who are now surprised that, oh my gosh, your 4-year-old can count to 20 in Spanish. Mine can't even count to 10 in English. So it's kind of a great revelation. And my older son, who's now in 2nd grade, as soon as he left this school and went to public kindergarten, was chosen by the superintendent to be part of a giant symposium involving all the students from all the grade levels, and he was chosen in the only kindergarten class out of maybe 5 different schools to do a storytelling. And how he did that was because his interpersonality came out by performing here at Musical Arts Schoolhouse.
Why not? I mean, why not? I mean, it's an amazing experience. I have 2 kids. I've had 1 kid go to the school here, another kid's here, and I have another one coming next year. And we wouldn't keep coming back if it wasn't just an amazing experience. The teachers, it's like I'm sending my kid to another parent every single day. I know that they're going to be safe. I know they're going to be happy. My kid would come here 7 days a week if she could. Every day she asks me, can I go to school today? I'm like, no, you only go 3 days a week. And she's upset by that. But it's why wouldn't you? It's an amazing experience for kids. So that's why.
Just do it. You know, the only reason, I mean, truly, the only reason we were hesitant to do it was the money, and now that's not even a blip in our radar. We are so thrilled with the girls' education, and honestly, in years past, when they've been in schooling, you can attest to this, they haven't wanted to go. You know, they're 3 and 5 now, and our 5-year-old was 2 when she started school, like a little preschool, and they never wanted to go. It was just a battle every single morning, getting them dressed and getting them to school. And, you know, whenever I'd pick them up in the afternoon, they weren't happy. And when the girls have days off from Musical Arts Schoolhouse, it's like a battle. They're so bummed that they're not coming here.
I would say that if you are intentional about your kids being strong in language and arts, that this is a place to be. This school is going to give them a solid foundation in those things, which in our opinion helps with their core academics. It helps them develop faster, it helps them learn quicker, it helps them retain information better, and it gives them a fun learning environment, which, you know, they're going to have a stern learning environment for a very, very long time. So that started out with this foundation is great.